Welcome to the 2033 FA Cup final between Regen Rovers and Wolverhampton Wanderers. It has been a fantastic journey to our first ever FA Cup final, but it's not that long ago that we were playing at Wembley, of course, because playoff final against Blackburn, we won 6-3. Mark Bull was the hero. Will he be the hero again today? I hope so. I'm just showing you on the screen the journey we have made. Now, we haven't conceded a goal in this competition this season. That is truly impressive. Mark Bull hasn't scored in this competition, maybe saving them all up for the final. Of course, a couple episodes ago we beat Cardiff City and Liverpool in the same video to get through to today's final against Wolves, who are a strong outfit. They really are. They've got some fantastic players, but they've had a lot of fixture congestion at the end of this season because they've reached the Europa League final as well, so they might have one eye on that. They've also got a Premier League game to play. This is the first time I've seen this, that the Premier League didn't finish on the same day because they had all these games to fit in. So their last game of the season has been delayed until the week after this match. We've got a decent record against Wolves. We've beaten them twice, we've drawn once, and we've lost once. They're the favourites though. They currently, going into their last game in the Premier League, are 5th. There's a very slim opportunity that if they can, I think if they beat Chelsea 6-0, something like that, then they'll finish 4th. We finished 9th. It was a fantastic season. It really was. I hope lots of you watched it, but I know there'll be plenty of you just tuning in for this premiere. If you are watching as a premiere, get involved in the chat. That would be fantastic. I just need to decide the team that will take on Wolves in this final. I think it's going to have to be the team that has played very well in recent games. We go into this final and a decent run of form. We did lose against Leicester in the last episode, but other than that, it's been brilliant. A brilliant end to the season. Mark Bull scored in the last game against West Ham, as did Rios, our centre-back, our most expensive player ever, and Luke Clark, who's had a very good season on the right wing. Right, let's decide the team, and then let's go to Wembley. Let's win our first proper cup competition. We've won the Hampshire Senior Cup many times. I'll just quickly show you the records. There's the Hampshire Senior Cup. 5 times winners. We won that this season, of course, for a 3rd season in a row, but that doesn't mean much. We've won the FA Trophy. We've won cup competitions at Wembley. We've won the playoffs. But this is next level. This is just, this will write us in the history books. I'm desperate. I really want to win. Come on, let's go. Welcome to Wembley. We've made our way up from Winchester. Chef Rovers, of course. Haven't mentioned him for a while. Jeremy Cook-Best, still our club cook, still our coach driver. I thought I'd reintroduce the players to you as well because some of you may be watching for the first time in a while. So Adrian Smith is our goalkeeper. Solid goalkeeper. Really like him. Ray Henriquez at right back has been good this year. Rios is our most expensive player ever. Really good debut season from the centre-back alongside his friend Will Loader. Both of them have had made a good partnership. They've both played well. But our best defender, average rating-wise this season, is Jerry Shriver. 5 goals, 8 assists. He's our penalty take. He scored 4 from 4. Quietly impressive. Luke Clark on the right hand side, really good debut season from him as well. I've liked what he's done, 5 goals, 9 assists. Flanagan, probably the weak link, but don't say that to him, you know. I'm not announcing this in the dressing room, but it's probably a player we need to improve next season. His average rating is below par compared to the others. Dave Barnes, though, revelation in central midfield, on loan from Arsenal, has played fantastically well. 9 assists, 4 goals, really impressive average rating. Be interesting to see who wins player of the season in the Twitter poll that I will release over the next day or two. Nunez, he's scored some fantastic goals this season. 6 goals, 5 assists, really liked what he's done. Alan Stewart, he's our main man alongside Mark Bull up front now because Lawler got injured for 2 to 3 months and he's got 14 goals in all competitions, 5 assists as well, good average rating. But Mark Bull, club captain, all-time legend, top goal scorer at the club, and he's the top goal scorer this season as well with 16 goals. Unbelievable, really. The Wolves team are very, very good. They've reached the Europa League final. They've finished at least 5th in the Premier League. They are the massive favourites for this game. The only thing that could negatively impact them is the fact they've played so much football lately, but they have had a week off. So they should be okay. And their quality should shine through. But you'll have noticed some fantastic players in this team. And you might remember Zeus. He was at Leeds when we were in the Championship and scored loads of goals. He's got 19 goals this season in all competitions, looking for his 20th. But the main man up front is really dangerous. 32 goals in all competitions for this Willem, or Willem, Goebbels, something like that. Real life Frenchman. 32 goals. I know he's played 51 games, but look at those average ratings. It's absolutely obscene. He's contributed 42 goals if you include his assists. So how are we going to stop them? I'm not entirely sure, but we're gonna do our best, of course. Well, I hope we do our best. They better do their best. I'm just gonna go with what my assistant says for that. I think we're going with the away tactic. It's done us brilliantly this year, and I will go extended. I should have shown them walking out there onto the famous turf. Sorry, I skipped that. Yeah, we're gonna watch it on extended. Add to the drama. Oh, we're on the attack straight away here. Nunez. It's out wide to Clark. Clark crosses it in. And no, it's not going to be a goal. That would have been a fantastic start. But Wolves have a free kick early on. Whipped in, loader heads away. Edge of the box. Goebbels, the danger man. Too much space. But it's straight at Smith, who tips it round the post. It was power on the strike. But fortunately, it was at Smith in the end. But it's another corner. This is going to be a tough old game. I promise you that. Here come Wolves again in their away white strip. Strange to see them in that, but the orange one probably would have clashed with our gold and black, I suppose. But there we go. We've not had a shot so far, and that's fizzled away. But we're going to see plenty of highlights. It's on extended, so unless it's a really, really boring game, we'll see more highlights than normal. Here's Nunez. Look at him go. He's got the dribbling ability. It's into Mark Ball. Mark Ball back to Flanagan. Flanagan, he's got Clark to one side. He's played it to him. And here's Dave Barnes. Barnes into Stewart. Stewart can turn. I thought he was going to shoot, but it's to Clark. Clark into the box. Mark Ball. There we go. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That was the man we wanted to score. I mean, I didn't care who scored, but if I was to pick one, it would be Mark Ball. What an absolute legend he is. And it's brilliant build-up play. Stewart played it out. I thought he was going to turn and shoot, but no, Clark did well. He drove past those defenders and Ball finished. I'm just going to put the blind down because it's getting a bit sunny in here. Bloody hot, I tell you. It really is. What a start to this FA Cup final. 6 minutes in and we're 1-0 up. And here's Mark Ball on the ball again. Barnes. Delightful ball to Nunez. Nunez crosses it to the back post. Here's Clark. Mark Ball. Clark. Blocked. Clark still on the ball. Where's he going? He's crossed it. It's headed away. Oh, it's carnage. Nunez. Oh, no. It wasn't to be. But Barnes still on the ball. Maybe there's still an opportunity. Clark cuts in. Finds Flanagan. Lovely ball to Shriver. We're getting men forward. And we've won a corner. Excellent play from us. This is a fantastic start. I'm going to praise them. They deserve the praise. And now a corner opportunity. Shriver, it's headed away. That's the end of that highlight. But another corner straight away. Here's Shriver. Shriver. Blocked. Oh no. Maybe Wolves are going to hit us on the break now. We're getting men back quickly though. But Morley has time and space. He's got men chasing after him. But there's lots of Wolves players getting into the box. Brilliant interception by Clark. Very important. But Zeus on the ball now. Into their very own Clark. And that was far too much space. Why did we just allow I think he's their left back, to shoot? Great save by Smith. Strangely, it wasn't a half or clear-cut chance, which it definitely seemed that way, didn't it? Oh, this is a great game. This is what I wanted. Excellent football. Both teams attacking and going for it. Free kick to Wolves, though. On the edge of the box. Great block and Mark Ball clears. Captain's performance from him so far. He's getting back and defending those free kicks. Henriquez. Don't have enough time to breathe. This is the problem with extended highlights. End-to-end football does make the video quite long, even though we've only got one match today. That's crossed in, and it's 1-1. The danger man has scored. Perhaps we need to man mark him. I don't know. I think he's just not. I don't think he's markable. That's the problem. Probably pressing intensity. We're pressing. I'm allowed to breathe now. It's gone quiet. Free kick to Wolves. Fanage to take it. Just curls it wide. I know they're all motivated. Flanagan's nervous. Probably because he overheard me talking to you. Here's Goebbels leading the counter. Look at him go. Come on, tackle it. Someone just... Oh, yes, there we go. Nunez, that's how you tackle him. Brilliant. They're disinterested. They don't care about this game. They're thinking about the Europa League final, aren't they? The opportunity to qualify for the Champions League. They've got the opportunity in the league as well if they can thrash Chelsea. Here's Shriver. Crossing it in. Mark Ball! There we go! He's done it again. His 18th goal of the season. He's not scored in this competition, but he's saved them up for the FA Cup final. 2 goals in this first half from him. Shriver with another assist. And it's a header. We don't see Mark Ball score headers. How is he beaten? This chap is about 7 foot tall. Bloody hell. He's got between 2 giants and managed to sneak in and headed it home. What a legend. Oh, this guy, he must, on his, trying to blurt my words out, there's hidden attributes. He must have 20 on important games. He must. He surely does. 4 in the playoff final at Wembley, 2 in the FA Cup final at Wembley. Unbelievable. I'm tempted to bring Flanagan off for Charlery at half time, have a defensive midfielder in there, just someone to sit there. I'm very happy with that first half performance, particularly from Mark Ball. Charlery's going to come on for Flanagan, play as a defensive central midfielder, and we're going to just get him to not do anything and just sit there. Unfortunately, he does have the player trait of gets forward whenever possible, which is why I kind of have to try and pull him back. He doesn't have the ability to do all these sorts of things, really. I'm glad he passes rather than shoots, because he's got terrible shooting attributes. But yeah, the gets forward whenever possible isn't great, and dictates tempo. Don't really want that either, do we? Anyway, let's get on with this second half. Can we win our first FA Cup final and add that to our ever-increasing trophy cabinet? We're going to have to get a new one. Maybe I'll get Chef to just build a new one for us. He does odd jobs around the club as well, doesn't he? Does everything. Free kick to Wolves, blocked by the wall. Excellent defending. But it's crossed back in, and Nunez just safety first, smashes it, but it is a throw-in for Wolves in a dangerous position as a result. Nunez, he's got involved with the defending, hasn't he, today? Here's Meacham, cutting in. Don't let him shoot. Here's Zeus, crossing it, headed away. Charlery clears. I don't know. Oh, Alan Stewart was back defending, lumbering up the pitch. He's an absolute beast. Ojo for Wolves, into Meacham. This looks dangerous. They've had a bit of possession. Zeus on the ball now. Zeus crosses it in, headed away by Rios, and now we can clear. Can we get it up to Mark Ball? We can, but he's not going to win the header this time. And Wolves enjoying this possession. We've prevented them from having a chance so far, but this is surely one, and it is. Goebbels scores a second. It's Mark Ball versus Goebbels today. It was coming. You could just tell from the highlight. Here's Regen Rovers with a free kick, though, fires it well over the bar. They still haven't had a clear or half chance. If the Goebbels has scored from 2 non-chances, which is worrying, because if he gets a clear-cut chance, then he's definitely not going to miss, is he? And here he is again, causing all sorts of problems. Fanage. Meacham, they're enjoying possession in the second half. Maybe it's because I've told Charlery to sit back. We don't really have an extra man in that midfield, really, do we? Here's Zeus. Good save by Smith. Reynoso to take the corner. And offside, fortunately. It's a good FA Cup final, this. Could go either way. I've enjoyed what Nunez has done defensively, but he's on a yellow. Alan Stewart's not done a huge amount. Maybe I'll play him as a target man. And we'll play it up to him a bit. We're not really getting much joy down the wings. So if we hit early crosses into the target man, we'll give that a go. Let's change it up. We've not done anything in this second half. Here we go. Half an hour to go. We've got a highlight. Here's Clark. Clark cuts in field. It's to Dave Barnes. To Charlery. That way to Ray Henriquez. And he's played it into Barnes. To Clark. Come on. Here's Stewart. Yes! It's worked. It's worked. Alan Stewart's the target man. Clark found him. And it's Alan Stewart's 15th goal of the season with 3-2. This is a classic Regen Rovers bonanza, isn't it? It was just a goal from nothing. It was just quiet build-up play. We were patient. Clark then cut in, put an early cross in, and Stewart, with his left foot, hooked it into the back of the net. Free kick, though, to Wolves, and it's 3-3. From a direct free kick as well. They've not even had a single half chance. It's so frustrating when that happens. Going to bring Tasakovic on for Nunez, but it's another free kick to Wolves. Whipped in over everyone, and it's headed over the bar. We don't deserve to lose this game, do we? We really don't. Tense. It's horrible. And it's boiling in here as well. I'm recording this on the, I think it's the last day of the heat wave. I hope it is. So hot. Regen Rovers hasn't played particularly well at right back, has he? We've got one sub left to make. I think I'll save Lawler for the time being. I don't know what to do. I don't think I need to do anything. I think I just need to trust in the players. At the moment it's heading for extra time. We'll have to think about penalties as well. Who's the best penalty taker on the bench? But we need to get to that point first. And it's another free kick. If they score from this, that would be horrible. But unfortunately it's blocked. They've brought on a player that seems to be pretty good at free kicks by the looks of it. Just get my assistant to readdress this. Oh, he's asked Goebbels to be marked, so maybe that was the best thing to do after all. That's crossed in, and... oh, easy save for Smith, but he thought he was going to drop it for a minute then. Oh, free kick, Regen Rovers to take it! Smashes it over the bar that time. No. Not injury time. No! Oh! Disallowed offside. That is the second offside goal. They have had a lot more shots than us, but they've still not created any opportunities. It's well offside. Good defending from us in the end, and maybe we've got a chance here to win it at the death. Regen Rovers to Dave Barnes, crosses it in, headed away. Luke Clark, can he be the hero? He smashes it over. This is horrible, isn't it? It's got to the point where it's just so tense. You just don't want to concede a last minute goal. It's just the most painful way. Oh, Regen Rovers, he's done well there, and now he's leading the counter. He's come alive all of a sudden. It's into Stewart. Stewart's got Mark Ball in the middle, but it's found to Sakovic. He smashes it straight to the keeper. Rejoined the club in the summer, still looking for his first goal. That would have been the biggest goal of his career, but he just smashed it straight at the goalkeeper. But we've still got the ball here. Loader knocks it over the top for Mark Ball. Mark Ball brings it down, and it's a brilliant tackle by the Wolves defender. It was a half chance. Strangely, Tasakovic's chance wasn't a chance at all. But oh no, still a minute to go. We're pushing forwards for the winner. We've been the better team at creating opportunities. We've created three half chances and scored 3 goals, but not necessarily from those half chances. There's about 50 seconds to go. This would be a cruel way to lose it. It's knocked wide, but it came off Charlery. And Burak Tam seems to be a good set piece taker, but fortunately, Shriver heads that away. It is heading for extra time. Or is it? Oh, good defend. Regen Rovers suddenly, after being disappointing for the first 3 quarters of the game, has done some good defensive work. And this will be the final whistle, surely. Surely. Do not let them score here. If they score now... No. No! Oh, it froze for a second as well. If that had got in, I'd have probably punched the screen. You know, I can accept losing in extra time, but I can't accept losing in injury time. That would just be cruel. I'm going to go for that. That's boosted their confidence. Charlery isn't really doing it in central midfield, is he? I think maybe I've weakened the central midfield by doing that. I don't know. Going to mark tighter. I don't know who, but just whoever's there, mark him. Thinking about penalties, the best penalty taker on the bench is actually Ramirez with 10. But then, oh no, Okoro. I forgot to mention, David Okoro is on the bench. Hopefully you spotted him. But yes, David Okoro is on our subs bench today instead of our actual second choice goalkeeper. I feel like I've got to bring him on towards the end if it does go to penalties. But we've got to get that far. Hopefully we can turn it on in the second in this injury time, extra time, whatever it's called, and win the game in 120 minutes. But I think Wolves are starting to dominate a bit, aren't they? They were towards the end of that game. Free kick again. Burak Tam curls it. Comfortable save. Ojo beaten to it by Shriver in the end. Oh, no, I mean, how many free kicks are they getting? It's bloody ridiculous. Do we get to make 4 subs actually in extra time? I should go and check the rules, shouldn't I? Mark Ball, come on, lead the charge. Mark Ball, he's been tackled. I don't know if it's been implemented on my... because I'm playing on the original FM19, aren't I? I don't know if I'm allowed to make 4 subs. Perhaps I should go and look at the rules. Oh no! Oh, if that had gone in, Will Loader, you'd have been crucified by the fans. And by me. See. +1 extra time sub. So can I make 2 subs in extra time now? I hope so. I'm going to bring Lawler on. I'm going to sub off the substitute. I'm going to play him as a box-to-box midfielder because he can play there. Charlery's coming off. We're reverting to what we were doing. And I'm going to go back to kind of what we were doing basically. Stewart's going to play as a deep line forward again and see if we can get things going, get things ticking, get things churning. Let's do this. Come on, lads. Do I go attacking in the second half of injury time or towards the end? I hate penalties, but it looks like it's heading that way. Who's the most tired team? I should check in a second. They've had one clear-cut chance now, by the way. I can't remember which one that was, but they didn't take it. You got to be brave, haven't you? You've got to be brave. We're going attacking. Corner to Sakovic to take it. Crosses it in. Headed away. Mark Ball. Blocked. Dave Barnes blocked. Ah. Oh. Unlucky to Sakovic. Back on it. Mark Ball. Into Sakovic. Mark Ball. Still a chance. Cleared as far as Dave Barnes. Shriver. We're going to have another opportunity here. Will Loader. Don't do anything stupid. He's won a free kick. Here's Luke Clark. All the players are out of position because of the set piece. To Sakovic. Into Dave Barnes. Feeds it to Lawler. Come on, Lawler. Why has he hit it so hard for Regen Rovers there? It's crossed in. Lawler. That was just disappointing from Lawler. Really disappointing. I suppose that's why he's a striker as opposed to being a striker. Here's Cortez. He's a striker as opposed to being a midfielder. Getting muddled up there. 7 minutes to go. We've got it on attacking just because we just have to go for it. But here's Zeus again. And Goebbels easy save for Smith this time. Goebbels all the way back in his own defensive third. That's cleared up the pitch. It looks like they've moved Zeus up front, doesn't it? And that's a great ball to Barak Tam. Barak Tam, it's a good block. Good defending by Shriver. This video is going to be really long. Barak Tam. Oh, Okoro catches. Okoro? Oh, Okoro is coming at me. Smith catches it. 5 minutes to go. Shriver into the box with Stewart. Headed away. There's no one on the edge of the box there closing down. And Stamenkovic has all the space in the world to counter-attack. It's a brilliant and crucial tackle from Regen Rovers, but it's another corner. This is an absolute marathon. It's crossed to the back post, headed away by Rios, and I need to have my finger over the pause button or the space bar because we need to make that last sub before penalties, but there might still be a winner here for Wolves with 2 minutes to go. Ojo crosses it in. Great defending, great block on Zeus. We do appear to be getting hit on the counter a bit too much. I'm going back to balanced. Okay, I'm making the sub. The problem is, the worst penalty taker on the pitch is Will Loader. I can't bring a Okoro on. I wish you could like schedule a penalty, a sub just to come on literally 10 seconds before the end of the game. If I bring a Okoro on for Loader and we concede, how awkward would that be? I'm going to do it anyway. He's going to play up front. Stewart's going back. He's a big old lad. He can play there, can't he? Surely. Okoro's up front for the last minute and a half of this game. It's hilarious. I think it's gonna go to penalties though, yeah. David Okoro, our original penalty taker, has the chance here to score in an FA Cup final penalty shootout. If he misses now, it'd be awful, but I had to bring him on, didn't I? I just had to. Oh, I thought that was going past Smith for a second then. But he's clung on to it. They've had 30 shots in this game, but only one clear-cut chance, strangely. Right, Shriver will take the first. He's the best penalty taker. Oh, no. Sakovic is our best penalty taker. But I think we've got to save him for, like, the middle penalty. Actually, I think he'll go fourth. Stewart to Sakovic. The crucial one will actually be Mark Ball. He's not the best penalty taker, but he's got the finish, and he's generally scored penalties. Then it's Luke Clark. Lawler, and the rest will be up to fate if it goes that far. This is horrible. This is horrible. Let's go. Okoro will take this. We'll leave it as it is. Shriver will take the first one. He scored penalties this season. Come on, Smith. Of course, I forget about our actual goalkeeper, Smith, who can be the hero. Maybe I should have put Okoro in goal and Smith up front, but Smith saved it. So there we go. Maybe not. Maybe Smith is a penalty saver after all. We saw Okoro save penalties over the years. And score penalties, of course. Here's Shriver. And he slots it home. Bottom left-hand corner. 1-0 up already. All the players are knackered, aren't they? Here's Zeus. Up he steps. That one's driven in with power. Okoro. It's strange seeing him in an outfield shirt. But here's David Okoro with his left foot. Up he steps. And he scores. I think that was top right-hand corner as well. Brilliant penalty from David Okoro. Oh, I'm so pleased. If we go on to lose this, at least David Okoro scored a penalty in an FA Cup final. Stamenkovic scores for Wolves. Come on, Alan Stewart. Up he steps and he smashes it home. Barak Tam now against Adrian Smith. We're 3-2 up. And, done him with his eyes, I think. Put it down the middle. Come on to Sakovic. Up he steps, and yes, he's our best penalty taker in the team, and he slots that home. Now, if Smith can save this, we are the FA Cup winners for the first time. Come on, Smith. It might go down to Mark Ball here. Written in the stars, but I'm just concerned he's going to miss it. So I hope Smith saves it. Come on, Smith! Nope, it's down the middle. It's up to Mark Ball to win the FA Cup for Regen Rovers. Please, Mark Ball, please don't let us down. You've scored 2 goals in this final. Please score this penalty. Please, I beg you. I beg you, Mark Ball. You've got the finishing ability. I'm so nervous. Mark Ball! No! It was a good penalty. It was into the corner, but it was kept out by their keeper. And Mark Ball has missed the penalty. And it's another... Oh, it's Smith. Okay, so who's going to be our hero? Who's going to be the hero? Oh, I thought it was written in the stars for Mark Ball. I really thought that was going in. I almost said yes. And then, no. That's why it was a bit of a... No! The hero might be Luke Clark, our new right winger, signed last summer. If he scores this, we are the FA Cup champions. Come on, Luke Clark. Up he steps. And it's easily saved. It's a pathetic penalty. And now we're down to the terrible penalty takers. Mortensen for Wolves. This is heartbreaking if we lose this now. Mortensen to take it. And it's scored. We don't deserve to lose this. But if we do, it just proves that football's a cruel game. We had 2 chances to win that. First he Mark Ball, then Luke Clark. And now Wolves are in the ascendancy. If Lawler misses this penalty, then Wolves have won the FA Cup. Come on, Sean Lawler. Please. Sean Lawler. Up he steps and he scores. It's going the distance, this game. This is ridiculous. 5-5. We've both taken, 7 penalties now? And now it's Ojo against Smith. Ojo smashes that in. It's Rey Henriquez, our right back. Up he steps and he scores. He slots it home. 6-6. Navio against Smith and... Oh, great save by Smith. He's pulled off 3 saves here in this penalty shootout. And if we do win this, he is the true hero. Let's be honest. Match point again. Dave Barnes, our player on loan from Arsenal, has had a fantastic season. Has the opportunity to win the FA Cup for Regen Rovers. Come on, Dave Barnes. Come on, Dave Barnes. Come on! There we go. We have won the FA Cup for the first time. And that was just... absolutely horrible, but we can celebrate in style with the black and gold confetti. There I am at the front. David Okoro's up there. He's got an FA Cup winners medal. But Mark Ball, 2 goals in the final. He may have missed a penalty, but he really was sensational again in the biggest moment of all. And in the end, it's Dave Barnes that wins the penalty shootout. But Adrian Smith was the hero with 3 penalty saves. We have done it. Oh my. So relieved. So relieved. Boy, does that look good. I mean, that final was reminiscent of the West Ham Liverpool 2006 final. 3-3 in that one, and it went to penalties, remember. But wow, what a game. What an FA Cup final. It's a classic final of old, isn't it? We've won the double because we won the Hampshire Senior Cup in this competition, of course. Hilarious, really. Won a bit of money, and we have qualified for the Europa League next year. That is massive news, isn't it? That really is. And we've got plenty of money to improve the squad. We'll need a bigger squad. I mean, I did say if we qualified for Europe this year, I wouldn't focus too much on it and try and overspend and produce a massive squad that just causes problems. We'll just go into it with our eyes open and just have fun in that competition, I think. Let's just quickly have a look at the end of season performances from the players. I'll just stick in the under 23s as well. Most appearances this season was actually, I suppose it is Adrian Smith with 42. No, Mark Ball because of his sub appearances. And he is our top goal scorer. 18 goals, 2 in the cup final. Alan Stewart second with 15. Sean Lawler with 10 in the end. Most assists went to Luke Clark with 11, then Dave Barnes and then Jerry Shriver. Man of the Match awards, Alan Stewart and Nunez lead the way with that one. Looking at the average rating, we can ignore the top few because they only really appeared in cup competitions. The best one really, I have to go all the way down to Alan Stewart, 7.07, and Dave Barnes with a 7.07. He will win Player of the Season. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys vote for Mark Ball again. He's all the way down here average rating wise, but he's our top goal scorer, club captain, scored 2 goals in the FA Cup final. Yes, he missed the penalty, but anyone can miss a penalty, let's be honest. And I think it was a good penalty. It was just an exceptional save by their goalkeeper. Dave Barnes could win it. I think he's been really good in central midfield. Alan Stewart has a chance as well, but that's up to you. I'll put the vote. Will I put it in the... Well, head over to the Regen Rovers Twitter. There will be an end of season review video as well. So I'll go into a bit more detail in that, looking ahead to next season as well. But thank you for watching today's episode. Thank you for joining with me to see us win our first major competition, the English FA Cup. 90,000 people turned up for it, by the way, and half of them were Regen Rovers fans. That is how much we have grown as a club. Really magnificent stuff. This is just the beginning. We're gonna go on. Hopefully we can complete all of them. The League Cup as well, the Premier League, the Europa League, the Champions League. It would be magnificent if we can win all those competitions. But we'll end it there. Thank you for watching episode 139 of Regen Rovers. Until next time, enjoy FM19. Enjoy the rest of your day. Come on, you younglings.